Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Ryan's pass.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'd have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Ball carrier.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
We'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They go play action with Ryan. Jones has it. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here.
That wasn't just toughness we just saw. That was concentration. Knew the hit was coming, yet the quarterback hung in there and delivered it downfield. The end result, 6 points for his team.
Makes the score Falcons 10, Cowboys nothing.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Second and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The 1st down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Cowboys.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
5-yard line.
Elliott, toss right. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 28-yard line.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Cowboys nothing.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. Draw play, Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
Elliott.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
For the point after.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a gain of
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before. For the 35.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Falcons.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott now. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 21.
The end result, 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
36-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, 57 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
The score, Falcons 30, Cowboys 7. Sterling Hawkrichter.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by...
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's Prescott, able to hit his target, Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That's another.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the 1st round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go to Elliott again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Prescott to throw on 4th. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 37-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 44 yards on the ground.
At the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Elliott on the carry.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 15.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
1st and goal.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
6-yard line.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Falcons 44, Cowboys 15.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 31 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. To the air again, Prescott. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Should have been picked, probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2
To throw is Ryan. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons add on.
Youngwei Kuhn lining up for
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this carries into the end zone. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Ezekiel Elliott.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Prescott yet again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
3rd and long for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun. It's Elliott. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
McDonald on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
McDonald on the keeper. It's a
so 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Today's final score, Falcons 51.